Welcome to Melee Mafia. It's the Melee Mafia King.
Of Indianapolis are locations tonight framed against the beautiful nighttime sky. Welcome everyone to this 2K sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the author of the 700-page book of basketball, a must-read, Bill Simmons.
It's great to be here, and everyone wants me to rewrite that book, but I don't have it in me. So much has changed in basketball over the last...
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender, and it's an overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it.
A two-way player, to be sure, D.A. Thanks. Domantas Sabonis, the son of the legendary Arvydas Sabonis. Bill, you saw Arvydas play. I was impressed with his game and called a lot of his games. When you think back to the time that the elder Sabonis was in the game, what do you remember?
Not much. I mean, we saw Sabonis at
the end.
At the end of his career, the equivalent of seeing like Dwayne Wade on the Miami last year or something. Sabonis in the 80s, by all accounts, was the most talented center, maybe other than Bill Walton, that we've seen for all-around centers. I still
That's
think,
quite a statement.
Yeah, I think Kareem, just for physical skills and the stuff he brought to the table, is still number one. The skyhook is the greatest shot of all time. But Sabonis was like, could shoot from the outside. He was a Bill Walton type passer, incredible rebounder, huge. Probably had the biggest head I've ever seen in person.
Huge.
Just this big granite block of a head. And unfortunately, we didn't have League Pass back then. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't really have any way to see these guys. So you just kind of heard about the legend of Sabonis. Now you think about fast forward to 2018, Luka Doncic comes into the lottery, and we've all watched it. We go on YouTube. You can watch the EuroLeague finals on NBA TV. And I have opinions on this guy. I had no opinions on Sabonis in the mid-'80s, just what people told me.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Big Daddy is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Thompson. It's Durant. And it's Irving at the one.
And guys, this is what you like to
Wow.
see early on, gaining a little confidence from Ray. Makeable shot for him. Number gets called, and he goes ahead and delivers.
Durant, the pass to Big Daddy. And Drummond gets to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And discussing Sabonis and his unusual qualities, Bill, he had a vision game that played right into the way he operated. He saw so much of the floor.
Right, and was a sick athlete in the 80s. His knees and his feet started going on him, and he was a little like the Bill Walton thing. He was almost too big for basketball, but by all accounts, just had the five-tool flair.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, WNBA, the G League. Pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't you guys come on? Let's do that. Cut the check. As Rasheed Wallace would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Then finds Irving. Pistons passing it around. Here's Big Caddy, defended by Sabonis. Drummond, a beautiful reversal.
Good job.
No, they didn't put enough body on Drummond. He has too much talent for that.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Trailing by 2. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing the the key. They demonstrated a real tenacity on the glass and made their presence felt. We'll see if they can repeat that kind of play.
Passes it to Big Daddy. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Big Daddy's got his first 2 points of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Oladipo, the pass to Turner. Stolen by Thompson. And oh, here comes Durant all alone.
Boy.
Up again.
Bitch!
Positioning on the putback.
Hard to keep Andre from doing this when he's motivated. One of the league's best at following up shots.
Pacers trail by 4. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And there's the pass to McDermott. And Turner kicks to Moutier. 6 to shoot. To the inside. And stolen by Irving. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. It's over McDermott. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Irving.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Moutier dishes to Oladipo. To the middle. Here's Sabonis. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Really, you watch the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved, and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade and those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better, and their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision of LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody that's a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 6.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Oladipo, left side. That one, no good. Good D by Drummond. Going back to our topic from a moment ago, Bill, you mentioned the interaction between players and social media and how that's become a new facet, a skill we're seeing daily from players.
There's just way more accountability now, and I'm really impressed by how polished the guys are that come in the league now. And I think the LeBron generation, LeBron, Wade, some of Chris Bosh, and those guys from the last generation that came up and became vets and really knew how to Paul Pierce, knew how to handle their business. Now these new guys come in, they're 19, 20 years old, and they act like they're 30. I'm sure you see it at the games.
Shocking.
Whereas in the 90s, it was a free-for-all. You had these guys.
Oh! Oh, I see you, Kyrie. I fucked up.
18 years old, giving
Them whole ass niggas tipped it.
long interviews to record.
I see you.
Tatum in particular.
Nice. Nice. The turnover on me. All right.
He doesn't say anything. He knows how to dodge any question. It's like, you're 19. How do you know how to do this?
Unbelievable. Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offer scholarships in esports. I did not know this. And that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense, too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on. Come on. Let's move it to
They
time.
cannot get enough of these games.
Yeah, we should have, every college should have esports.
And there's the bucket from
What?
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
pass to Big Daddy. And he goes in for the dunk.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
And here's Oladipo. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
Timeout called the Pacers. Up with the new group on the floor. Then for the Pistons, Griffin's check in for Andre Drummond. Luke Kennard comes in for Thompson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Outside Holiday. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Portis. Offensive rebound. Leaf, no good. Detroit leading by 8. Griffin finds Jackson. Back to Griffin. A 3-ball. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Griffin's got his first 3 points of the game. Holiday left side. Now here's Lamb. Defended by Griffin. On the clock.
Enough wiggle room to get off his shot. You know, going up against size, you know you have to get separation. Nice move from mid-range.
There's Big Daddy. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Jackson against Holiday. Shoots from the line, and Detroit again with the bucket.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown. Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the jumper?
Lamb with the ball. Puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Shoots over Griffin, and Griffin sends it back.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot. Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter. My opinion has been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's given them the upper hand.
You know, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say to some degree, but for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to do the Dodge stuff. You're going to have to.
You challenge me, that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And you gotta be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it.
Yeah. So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk. We did 5 podcasts. Everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
I want to get back to what we were chatting about, Bill, with how today's NBA players are so media ready, whether it be interviews or social media. Your take is really interesting.
I think in general, all these guys, the guys now are so used to talking to people and being in front of people. You know, they're not surprised by questions, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to not get in trouble, and they're comfortable.
They've kind of grown up with you, though, too. You know what? You've been relevant for many years.
Well,
they've grown up with your stuff.
To be honest, a lot of them just know me as the wet guy on NBA Countdown. For that's that. They might not have read me, but they remember like that year I was with Jalen Rose. You know, but what's weird is
I think you'd be surprised more.
Well, you know this too. When you're on TV, the credibility you get from being on TV, I wasn't prepared for within the NBA.
Oh, really?
I think that's true. Yeah, I think it's like, oh, he's on TV, he's okay. Mm-hmm. And maybe they don't agree with you all the time, but you pass some imaginary checkpoint with those guys.
Well, you may think that TV was your validation. This is going to be your validation.
100%.
This is it. I'm standing here right now.
This is better than winning a Pulitzer Prize.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
top advisor for the U.S. High School Athletics and Activities Division, recommended that schools adopt esports programs. What's your take on that?
I'm all in. It's
I
probably my
fucked up.
son's only chance to go to college. So I really
Shouldn't
hope
have
it
passed out.
happens. No, listen. The world changes every decade, and you got to change with it. And the reality is,
Oh my God.
one of the biggest things.
Wow.
If you're under 15, you're way more likely to play video games and be good at that than you are to do anything else. So why wouldn't it be able to benefit from that? The whole esports in general, just the audiences they're getting, and as a spectator, that's been building. So why wouldn't that work for college?
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up, be willing to make the extra pass.
Pass to Whitehead. There's a minute left in the first quarter. From outside the arc, that one falls.
What?
Second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Let's go, Blake.
And the Pistons lead by 11.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we just gotten started. Fantastic effort. Right out of the gate, simply overwhelming their opponent.
Boy, this is the best to land. And the shot is long.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
11 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Whitehead. And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this. To say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where
Some say brag a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right here with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And Stephen Clark Pistons pretty much in control here.
So far, they've been active scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
the play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
They've got Leaf, also Jeremy Lamb out there. Portis is out there with Whitehead, and it's Holiday in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in the last game against the Bulls was tremendous. He finished with 63 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Whitehead. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Portis. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket to Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and there was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Collins on the team?
Collins, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever of the, the kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. But triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime. But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
And they got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And there's the basket, good from Big Daddy.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
And the Pacers call time here.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up.
Here's Whitehead. He's covered by Irving. Oladipo outside. Sabonis inside. Guarded by Big Daddy. Up it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Sabonis. The pass to Kennard. Durant in the corner.
Well, the pace, the big plays they're making, this is a statement run right here.
Hard to remember the last time they missed. These guys are having fun right now.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. And Oladipo kicks to Lamb. On the wing, Turner. Bill, we know when you're writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the
Oh
three
my
ways
God.
of, I'm getting to know you were the 3 things we were talking about. I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other 2 things for me were sports and pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching
What?
Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
The Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Now here's Lamb. He's covered closely. Pocket 6.
God damn. Wow.
They're down. He's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And Bill, I'm talking about the connection between pop culture, sports, and basketball during your career. Through it all, you've always been a writer, though, haven't you?
Always been a writer. Only that was the only child of me. The thing is, though, I wouldn't
Damn.
watch basketball, but basketball wasn't up. I try to explain this to people how lucky they are to be able to watch.
They can't believe these finals were tape delayed.
Well, but think about the day-to-day, right? Like Magic Johnson. I feel like I saw his whole career, but I really did. Like, his first couple of years in LA, I think CBS was only showing like 6 or 7 regular season games.
Sunday afternoons.
In the playoffs, they would bump them off.
Yep.
USA, I think, got the contract in maybe 1982, but for the most part, like, I love George Gervin. I probably saw him play in person twice, and I saw him on TV maybe 10 times, 12 times. And now I can watch Giannis every day. And if Giannis dunks, I can see it on Twitter 5 minutes later, 5 seconds later. So, I think people are lucky. You guys should appreciate how lucky they are.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more visible.
Inside, Lee
fuck out of here.
He's got his second bucket tonight.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Always
Yeah!
insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
It's been so great to have Bill with us, a guy who's ahead of the curve creatively.
Kevin, he was a pioneer in blogging. Emmy nominated for his work on documentaries. The guy never stops thinking of new ways to produce content.
Here's Lamb, and Griffin sends it back.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Lee passes to Lamb. And Holiday has it in the corner. This one for three. No good from Lamb.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
He hustles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
For Detroit, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Now here's Lamb, defended by Durant. Pass to Portis. Will it go? And he lays it up and in.
Bobby Portis plays hard, gives 100%, puts himself in a position to succeed.
And so is Detroit in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this team becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by Dick Daddy.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could. And boy, was he throwing it down hard.
I'm sure the D will improve from this point on, and because of that, he needs to up the ante in his attacks to the rim, too.
On the court for the Pistons, Irving is out there with Klay Thompson. That's Durant. That's Big Daddy. And it's Drummond at the 5 on the bench. Coaches are always talking, Steve, about finishing games strong. What does it take to be a great closer, a great finisher?
I think guys look at guys that can score the basketball and make plays under duress, under adversity. But I think also on the defensive end, where you have players and teams, and it's beautiful to watch on the defensive end when they don't miss assignments. Everybody is locked in, and obviously teams score the basketball, but you look and say, they made them score over the top versus giving up an easy layup. I don't think the defense had any idea what they were doing there. Clear miscommunication leading to an easy basket for the offense.
Bounce pass from Durant. Shoots from 12.
Really?
One off the back iron and out. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Pacers. It's a 13-point game. He kicks to Oladipo. The feed to Turner.
Shit.
It's Turner finishing it off.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. 14 feet away, and that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 5.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Turner. Pass to Sabonis. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%. They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Moutier finds Oladipo. Inside. Over in the corner, Moutier. Over Irving. Moutier, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They come out here with authority.
And he uses the glass on the lane. 9 points in the game so far. Pistons leading by 12. Irving passes to Drummond. Now Irving. Shot clock at 5. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. A deep three from Durant. Yes.
Wow.
Assist.
Good shit.
Assists now in the game. Pacers have gone 5 and 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous
There you go.
efficiency. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Look at Big Daddy. What a contribution.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Big Daddy.
And small forwards are asked to do so much in the modern NBA, and he just answers the call in every facet of the game. Tremendous numbers from him, and he is more than deserving of the award.
The shot by Turner, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Out to Thompson. Outside Irving. Passes to Big Daddy. Inside. Here's Drummond shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Hard not to bite on Drummond's pump fake. You have to get up quick to have any chance to contest his shot.
No good on the free throw. And Andre Drummond, incredible combination of size and athleticism. Steve, any players that he reminds you of?
You know, young Dwight Howard, he's also been compared to a more athletic Moses Malone. Drummond's rebounding numbers back that up.
Irving against Oladipo. Now, here's Sabonis. Guarded closely.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Thompson from long range drains the three-pointer. Thompson's got 9.
Nice play call. You know Clay's deadly in the catch and shoot game. Get him the rock.
Moutier pitch to Oladipo. The pass to Turner. Here's Moutier. Indiana moving it around. Beyond the arc. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Pistons leading by 18. Here's Big Daddy. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And it just seems that every pass they made would lead to a score. Just great ball movement.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. The Pistons have gone 6 of 9 at the line. Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I did miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are,
Oh my.
I really don't miss that. With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now here's McDermott. He's covered by Thompson. McDermott pitch to Oladipo. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
What a terrible foul there. Shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
Turner inside, working on Drummond, Portis, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Teams value the three so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. The Pistons, number one.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Free throw good from Big Daddy. Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting players on national televised games, but I think overall just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. And if a guy is injured, you understand, but I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree. Here's Griffin. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Lamb finds Holiday. Now here's Turner to the paint and the drought. Rejected by Big Daddy. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. They check in for Turner. Kennard, he's checked in for the Pistons. Reggie Jackson comes in for Kyrie Irving. On the clock. Here's Lamb. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
You know, easier said than done. What they need to do is string together some positive plays, try to turn the tide.
Well, Steve, at the same time that the rest of the NBA seems to be going small, the Pistons are building their fortunes around two traditional big men like Drummond and Blake Griffin. Do you like that direction?
Yeah, I do. Andre Drummond, he has tremendous mobility for his size. And Blake Griffin, he's highly skilled. I think it's about the pieces you put around them, guys that can shoot and guys that can play without the basketball in their hands.
And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Lamb. 11 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Outside Portis. Release the long-range jumper. Portis has got 7 points.
Impressive shot by Bobby Portis. People wonder if he could be a stretch four. He's proven that he can be.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their number one option right now.
Indiana's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Whitehead. Back to Portis. Holiday against Griffin. Shoots from 12. And he gets the jump shot. Holiday's got his first basket. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Feeds to Griffin. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Jackson
Damn!
down hard.
Quick off his feet, the long arms, easy jam for Jackson.
The Pacers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Whitehead passes to Portis. Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of anybody. He knows he can play among the big boys, and he showed it.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Kicks it to Lamb. Pass to Leaf. Puts up a 3, and the Pacers another 3. Griffin, 14 feet away. He doesn't hit that one. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Here's Whitehead. It's deflected. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Here's Big Daddy.
Cause I'm a bitch ass nigga.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Saturday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Monday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers.
And that matchup against the Sixers is going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Well, we know, Steve, the GMs are in a tough position in this NBA. Trying to win, obviously, is the number one desire, but they got to balance everyone's view of the landscape. Winning now as opposed to looking what's best for the future.
It's totally hard because we all understand what happens. Because you get penalized at the end of the year if you're not a team that's, pretty much locked in the playoffs. You almost want to lose games to get a chance to have a better chance to get a higher draft pick. I think there's something that over the course of the next few seasons, this will be looked at very closely.
Now Lamb. He's got 11. Outside Portis. And again, it's Indiana converted.
Bobby Portis has the ability now to hit shots on all three levels.
And there's the feed to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Passes it to Kennard. To the middle. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. 1:19 left in the third. And Holiday kicks to Lamb. To the middle. And Portis puts it down.
This is what they want to see. Portis finishing strong inside, making his presence felt.
Detroit leading by 20. Jackson passes to Griffin. Puts up a three. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. Holiday against Jackson. Shots good by Truman. Truman has got 6 points in the quarter.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
The pass to Kennard. He feeds it to Griffin. Here's Big Daddy. Turner covering. The Big Daddy passes to Griffin. Yep, that one goes. Griffin's got 10 points.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
Pass to Whitehead. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. Whitehead's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Detroit's gotten all 4 of their 3-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Outside Jackson. Here's Big Daddy. Lays it up off the glass. Big Daddy's got 45 points.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
And so is Detroit, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Indiana, Miles Turner out there with Portis. Then it's McDermott, and it's Whitehead in at the 2.
Beautiful body control by KD. Well-coordinated athlete, especially for a near 7-footer.
And here's McDermott. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get something? With the ball, he brings it up for Indiana. He kicks it to Oladipo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
Irving finds Drummond. Here's Big Daddy. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Griffin. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it. And while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was a second overall pick.
When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But you also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double and win versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of its own.
This is it to leave. 4 on the clock. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Detroit's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your format has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
Indiana's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Oladipo outside from about 16. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got 15 rebounds here tonight. The Big Daddy passes to Robertson. And Oladipo pulls it down. Oladipo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Big Daddy. And
Let go!
Right through.
And that's the classic watch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Ryan the pass to Oladipo. Here's Leaf. He's covered by Irving. Shots good by Leaf. Leaf's gone 4 of 8 from the field. Outside Griffin. Here's Robertson. Guarded by Oladipo. On its way from Irving for 2. Nice jump shot. Good.
So many things Kyrie gives you, including the ability to score, no matter who he's up against.
And Oladipo kicks to Portis. Out to the wing. There's the pass to Leaf. Johnson with it. Off target from 3-point range. Irving with it. Pistons passing it around. NBA wants to keep things competitive, and one way to do that was to make some changes, Steve, to the draft lottery odds. Do you think it'll be enough?
You know, I think it's the right call for them. I think the bottom three teams all have the same odds for the top three spots now. And it'll be much more even to distribute the odds for the back half of the lottery.
Pass to Big Daddy. Hits it again. Wow.
Bitch!
He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
The Pacers shooting 40% in the fourth. At the elbow, Oladipo. 2 minutes. Down low, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Oladipo.
Let's go.
Throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
The Pacers making a change here. Whitehead's checked in. Durant's checked in for the Pistons. And the Pistons with possession here. Pass to Robertson to the inside. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the fourth. The Big Daddy passes to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a three, and Kevin Durant good for 3. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
Nights like these, you just have to tip your hat to KD. He's a champion for a reason.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance. Really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Detroit.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. Big 1-2 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had,
Let go.
Just a monster game for Big Daddy.
You know, coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did, but as the game evolved, it became clear that he was an alpha dog on the offensive end.
Here's Whitehead, covered by Irving. Pass to Leaf. There's Whitehead. There's Portis. And that's collected by Big Daddy.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Robertson. Now here's Durant. He started close. And it's good. The time running down the shot clock.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.
we're doing tonight after this, you know. So I'm talking about I want to get some food.
Hey, great effort out there, guys. AI, need you for an interview real quick.
Oh, yeah? Okay. All right, guys.
You know the drill.
Let's do it.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to catch up with our special post-game guest.
Hey, this is Shaq. Hurrah! You've been beasting these last few games, and it's fun to watch. Anything you feel you've done differently to make this impact?
Anything differently?
You know, the one difference I can identify, I'm trying to be more aggressive with my touches. When I don't settle to play passive, I know it benefits the whole team. Creates opportunities for others, you know, to make plays. And we know that we have to be aggressive as a group in order to accomplish things that we want this season. And we've just been trying to set the tone with my play.
AI, huh? The A must stand for animal.
Thank you, Shaq. Great.
And that's a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaq, for the Jet, for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. We will see you again soon.
Here you go.